Hey everybody, this is Linda Faulkner. I am a independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator at crafterinspired.com. So I'm bringing you the perfect summer card. It's inspired by the new Celebrate Sunflowers. This is a new cling stamp set that just came out in the annual catalog. And here's our card. It's a Z-fold card in the prettiest little summer colors. And it opens just like that. So let me get started and show you how to make it. I'm starting out with half a sheet of cardstock. So it's 8.5 wide by 5.5 long. And I'm going to score the long side at 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. So let me grab my trimmer. And remember, 4 1/4 is going to make go be halfway. So I'm making just a regular card. Remember, your score tool is the light gray one. Can't tell you how many cards I've cut in half. And then the half of 4 1/4 is going to be 2 1/8. So that's the mark I'm looking for right here. And that's going to make my Z. So I can fold it regular, normal card, just like this. Use a bone folder on that edge and then fold the front half of the front. Half of the front goes back. So we have our card base ready to go. My next step is to emboss the two front panels. These panels here, they are going to be embossed with a brand new embossing folder. It's called Dainty Diamonds, and it is just a real sweet, delicate pattern. So I have a piece of Whisper White cardstock. This is 3 3/4 by 5 1/4. Remember, I'll have all of these measurements on my blog. So I'm going to line it up so it's nice and straight, and I'm going to go run it through my Big Shot, which I have, by the magic of video, already done. And all I need to do when I get that done is simply cut it in half. So the halfway mark is going to be 1 7/8 inches. So I'll cut it in half, 1 7/8 inches, and then these two panels are going to be glued onto the very front and then the very back of my card. See how that works? And when you're finished, it's going to look like this, just like that. So you're leaving that, it's about 1/8 of an inch all the way around evenly, so that when you open it, you're going to have a separation of those panels. Got it? So from here, I need to start stamping and do a little bit of die cutting. So let me show you my die cut. I'm going to take two pieces of paper. One, I'm going to use the Misty Moonlight. This is one of the brand new in colors. Beautiful. It's gonna fit there. So just take this over to your die cut with a piece of paper, just a little bit larger than that. And these are from the Stitch So Sweetly. These dies, oh gosh, they're just a favorite. They have, I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different rectangles that are scalloped, and then these nested shapes that you can use one in one color and one in the other. So those are two favorites. So I've got those done, and I need to start stamping. I'm using Misty Moonlight for my sentiment, and then the flowers are going to be Daffodil Delight. And here we go. Now let me tell you a little bit about the sentiment. I'm using a small sentiment that will fit right across there, and it is from the Lovely You stamp set. We'll be doing lots of things with this stamp set this year. It has sentiments for every occasion you can think of. So I'm going to ink that up first. Now this particular stamp, I had a little bit of trouble getting it straight. So let's see how I do. And so that's why I did this first. and see if I don't like that, I can try again with a different one. That one's a little crooked, so wondering if I might do that. Ta-da! I cut an extra one out that I knew was straight. So I'm going to switch them out, but plan on cutting maybe a couple of extras if you're using a very small straight stamp, or perhaps your judgment is better than mine and you'll have better luck with it the first time. So Misty Moonlight is for the outside, and then on the inside, from my same stamp set, the Celebrate Sunflowers, this says, know that you are loved. So I have cherished friend, know that you are loved. And that's exactly what I wanted to put on this card. Remember, these are for my team swap, so they are going to some very special people. Now the next stamp is the sunflower. And it is coming again from Celebrate Sunflowers, and I'm using the small sunflower. So I'm just going to switch it out here. So here's my sunflower. Give that a little push. I have a couple little specks of paper dust on it, so I'm going to wipe those off so they don't affect my stamp. Now this part to me is fun, and I'm going to show you a couple variations. I'm going to stamp all over it, but if you are a different style person, you can also just do one single sunflower in the center. So that you know how to do. This one I will show you. So I want to get some paper underneath that because I'm going to be stamping off. I'm going to be using Daffodil Delight. So I'm going to ink it up. Now on most inks, you would stamp it off if you're going to stamp on top of a sentiment. But this one, I did not do that because it's such a light color anyway. You can start in the corner and work your way out. You can start in the middle, and I'm just turning it and trying to get as close as I can without going over. Isn't that another show on TV? I must be watching too much television. I think that's The Price is Right. As close as you can without going over. So if I overlap a little bit, and I'm sure I'm going to have to, that's okay. But I kind of like just a little tiny bit of white space in between. And one more. Remember, I'm turning my stamp a different direction, and I'm happy with that one. So I have my sentiment ready. I'm going to pop that onto the blue rectangle here with some dimensionals. And then I'll be ready to finish up my card. We're almost done. This is a quick and easy card. I am putting this on before I put my ribbon because my ribbon's going to go completely around this whole set. You can change it, put it just around the white, but I liked the look of it. So grab those dimensionals, get those ready. And I didn't have my little poke tool with me here, so I'm doing it the hard way. Okay, center that. Perfect. All right, now I have, I want to say I used 18 inches of Misty Moonlight ribbon. So let's see. No, not that much. Looks like about 12 inches. Again, check my blog. And I'm going to put just a little tiny smidge where I want it to go. This is the Stampin' Seal. And I find if I click it just a little bit, kind of like we used to do with Fast Fuse, it comes off really nice and smooth. Don't have any problems with it. So I'm going to just tie a little knot. And if you want to, then you can secure the knot with a glue dot. Kind of angle it the way you want. And you're going to trim that off. We're going to give that a trim. And you can decide how long you want it to be. And I'm going to go ahead and put this on the front of my card. Just you're going to center it, and you need to use tear and tape, or I haven't opened mine yet. There is a brand new Stampin' Seal Plus that works a little bit like Fast Fuse, but without the hassles we had with that sometimes. So I'm just going to use some tear and tape since that's right handy. And I think 2 strips on the half that's going to be on the card front. And probably need a little poking tool again, but I'm going to just grab it. Oh, it's going to work. Grab the backs of those. Hoping I'm in the shot. Hey, if you don't have a catalog, we just launched the new annual catalog this month, and it is full of all kinds of goodies. If you don't have a demonstrator, you can just email me, Linda@crafterinspired.com, and tell me that you need a catalog, and I will be happy to get one of those to you. If you have a demonstrator already, please ask your demonstrator for a catalog. She'll have some for you, or he. So here we go with our Z card. Isn't that pretty? It needs one more thing, I believe. I think it needs some little enamel dots, and these just came back in. They look like this, and those are all the new in colors. Aren't they pretty? Oh, I love them. So I'm gonna do 3 of these up at the top, and then we're done. Now, if in the month of July, we have a big special going on. Bonus days are back. We never know for sure when those are gonna happen, but they are in July. So for every $50 you spend in my online store in July, you get a $5 coupon. I'm gonna scoot that over just a little. There we go. You get a $5 coupon to spend in August, and I'll be sure and send you a reminder. So this is called Cherished Friend, Know That You Are Loved. It's a little Z card using the, wait for it, where did I put it? Here, Celebrate Sunflowers stamp set. Thanks for joining me. Check out my blog if you want measurements and a list of supplies. And I will see you soon. Have a great day. But wait, there's more. If you know me, we always say no naked envelopes. Decorating the envelope gives a little bit of extra excitement to a card. They know if the envelope is special, what's inside is even going to be more special. So I'm taking that large, gorgeous sunflower, inking it up, and I'm going to stamp off. And I like to get the pretty little section right there where the petals are pulled back a little bit. And I'm going to stamp off in the corner of my envelope. This is one of my favorite ways to decorate an envelope. And you can show as much of the flower or as little of the flower as you want. I've got another one that's got a little bit more maybe on it. Isn't that pretty? So don't forget your envelope. See you soon. I think this really is the end.